If you could look at the camera and share some affirmations, like this camera, and share some affirmations with the young Chicago aspiring publicist, like what would you say to her?
To not give up. Like, your best days are ahead of you. Tomorrow's not promised, so you got to make today count. And, you got to work with what you got. It'll always be more.
Yeah. That was great. Yeah.
Thank you.
That just blessed me again. So when you go from radio, right, I think you mentioned something about social. What's the differences or similarities in those two different roles?
Social media was so new, but I was ahead of the game.
Yeah.
I was so ahead of the game. Like when Instagram and Twitter and MySpace and Facebook, all these social media platforms were coming out, I was the first person on it. I remember taking a class, like learning how to code, and I was creating websites and background pages. I just wanted to do everything. Like I wanted to be needed in every department. And people start getting on Instagram, and I was already up on game. And I was inspired by this lady named Nicole Bitchie. And she was like, not a messy vlog then, but she was an entertainment vlog who reported everything that was going on everywhere. And then she became like categorized. Like she started focusing on fashion. And so like social media came about because it was like our news on our phone. It was around the year of like iPhones, and they wanted everything to be in our hand at all times.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, y'all got to get a Twitter. Twitter is the new thing. Like we not on Facebook no more. Yeah. We on Instagram. Now y'all got to get a Snapchat. We Snapchatted. Today now y'all need to be on Be Real. We need to know what y'all doing at all times. Yep. It was just ways to be connected, and I love introducing different platforms to my friend. Made me seem a little cool.
You just introduced me to one. What is Be Real?
Be Real. We need to be on Be Real. Be Real is like, you just really posting what you got going on in that moment. People, it reminds me of my friends having my location on my phone.
Got you.
But they got a picture to put with it.
Got you. So they know exactly
right.
Like what you're doing
it's
at
like
that exact
going
moment.
to a party, but you don't want to go yet to see if it's lit or not.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, social media it's like keeping up. Like I remember even in all other jobs in entertainment, they want to know what social media platforms are you following? How you get your news? Mm-hmm. Like, when I was in radio, I had to do a rundown. Complex, Variety, Today, USA Today. Like I needed to know what was going on, not just in my field.
Yeah.
And social media was easy to come. I don't have to go to Google or Yahoo. It was just on the timeline.
Got you. What's 5 platforms that you would say, a young student, maybe high school or middle school, should become familiar with, that you're seeing maybe some traction? And it could be like television and film platforms or just certain networks that they need to tune into.
I feel like high school students and middle school students are way more smarter than we were back in those days.
Thanks.
Like they are so ahead of the game. And Instagram, of course.
Yeah. And
not Facebook. As in high school and middle school. High school, I would say LinkedIn wouldn't hurt. Okay. It wouldn't hurt to start training your mind, to put yourself out there on a place where people are hiring. They're not going through regular HR resume, apply, on the career site anymore. They're pulling talent straight from LinkedIn. Yeah. If I was in middle school or high school right now, I would definitely have a LinkedIn. I would definitely have a Twitter. I would definitely have an Instagram, and I would be extremely careful on what I'm putting out there and what I'm saying and what I'm posting, because that's just something that never goes away. Like, thank God my Twitter got deleted. Middle school, I was just a mess. High school, I was a mess. And if I knew what I knew then, what I know now, I would be careful on what I post. But it's not to not be on those platforms. Yeah. It's to put yourself out there in whatever you're into in that moment, so that you never know who may be looking. That's the thing that, is about social media.
Yeah.
You need to be on all of it so that you never know who may find you. And literally everybody I know in acting or singing or what, they've been picked up off of social media.
Gotcha.
So like there's not one or two just or five just to have. I would be on all of them. And I would be on all of them all day, every day. And mentally and physically, I would cut off at a certain time to choose peace and just kind of be present in everything else in your life.
Yeah.